Hello there, I'm here to talk about how we are entering the age of digital civilization. It is hard to imagine today, but before 1991, there was no internet, and in fact, the modern world as we know it today did not exist back then. Today, there are over 4 billion people online, with many more getting access every day. We now have social media where anyone can publish anything to a global audience at any time without the need for permission or censorship. This is an unprecedented phenomenon in human history. For the first time ever, we have a technology that allows the instantaneous communication of knowledge and ideas across the globe. The ramifications of this are really quite astounding, and it is no surprise that some people believe that we are entering a whole new age of human history, the age of digital civilization. So in this video, I'd like to explore what exactly digital civilization is, how we got here, and where we might be heading next. There are really two parts to the term digital civilization. The word digital refers to how everything is being converted into ones and zeros that computers can understand, and the word civilization obviously refers to humans living together in an organized society. So when we put these words together, digital civilization, it refers to a new type of society that has emerged in recent decades due to the rise of digital technologies like computers and the internet. As far as civilizations go, it's actually quite young. If we take a look back at human history, modern digital civilization only goes back about 50 years to the invention of the computer in the 1960s. It's really difficult to predict how long this digital civilization will last. But if we look at the rate at which technologies have developed in recent history, it seems likely that we'll be seeing major changes within the next few decades. So why do some people think that we're living through such a unique moment in history? Well, there are a number of reasons. First, we have never had a technology that has allowed us to communicate instantly across the globe before. In the past, there were always barriers to communication, whether it was the distance between cities, the lack of infrastructure, or even the cost of sending a message. But today, none of these things matter anymore. You can send a message from anywhere in the world to anyone else in the world within a fraction of a second. Second, we have never had a technology that has given so much power to so many people before. In the past, only those who had access to the means of production, like factories or farms, had the power to create wealth and influence others. But today, thanks to the internet, anyone with an idea and a computer can start a business and reach a global audience. Finally, we have never had a technology that has been so pervasive in every aspect of our lives before. In the past, new technologies like the printing press or the telephone were useful but limited to certain aspects of our lives. But today, computers and the internet are used in virtually every aspect of our lives, from how we work to how we play to how we relate to each other. One way to better understand digital civilization is to compare it to previous civilizations like ancient Egyptian civilization. Ancient Egyptian civilization was a complex society that developed along the Nile River in Egypt around 3100 BCE. The ancient Egyptians were one of the first civilizations to develop writing, which allowed them to keep records, communicate, and preserve their knowledge. They also developed a complex system of government, religion, and culture. Ancient Egyptian civilization lasted for over 3,000 years until it was conquered by foreign invaders in 30 BCE. Ancient Greek civilization was a classical civilization that flourished in ancient Greece between the 8th century BCE and the 6th century CE. The ancient Greeks were known for their contributions to philosophy, science, art, and architecture. Their ideas and innovations had a profound impact on Western civilization and continue to influence the world today. In both of these civilizations, there was a very distinct difference between the ruling class and the commoners. Rulers had access to resources and power while the average citizen did not. However, with the advent of digital technologies, this power dynamic has been turned on its head. The internet has given everyone access to a vast amount of information and resources, which has led to a more egalitarian society. Digital technologies have also given everyone the ability to communicate directly with each other regardless of their social status. As a result, we are seeing a decline in traditional hierarchies and a rise in horizontal networks of people who are connected through their interests and relationships. Today, we live in a globalized world that is becoming increasingly interconnected. Thanks to the internet, we are able to communicate with people all over the world instantly, and we are able to access information from any part of the globe with just a few clicks of a mouse. This has created a truly global society, one that is made up of people from all different cultures, religions, and backgrounds. As a result, we are seeing the emergence of new cultures and new ways of thinking that are a hybrid of different traditions. Digital civilization is also characterized by the rise of new forms of creativity. With the advent of digital technologies, we have seen the rise of new art forms such as digital art, virtual reality experiences, and interactive installations. These new art forms blur the lines between artist and audience, and they challenge our traditional notions of what art can be. But digital civilization is not without its challenges. One of the biggest challenges facing digital civilization is the growing gap between the rich and the poor. While the internet has given everyone access to a vast amount of information and resources, it has also created a new class of digital haves and have-nots. Those who have the skills and knowledge to navigate the digital world are able to reap its benefits, while those who are left behind are not. Another major challenge facing digital civilization is the issue of privacy and security. With so much of our personal information and private communications being online, we are increasingly vulnerable to hackers and identity thieves. Additionally, the spread of fake news and misinformation online has become a major problem, making it difficult for people to trust the information they find online. Despite these challenges, it is clear that we are living through a unique moment in history. The rise of digital technologies has fundamentally changed the way we live, work, and interact with each other. As these technologies continue to evolve, we can be sure that the challenges that present will only become more complex. However, if we are able to meet these challenges head-on, we can harness the power of digital technologies to create a better future for all of us. So what does the future hold for digital civilization? Some experts believe that we are on the cusp of a technological singularity, a point at which technology will advance so rapidly that it will be impossible for humans to predict or control it. Others believe that digital civilization will eventually collapse under the weight of its own complexity, leading to a dark age. Still, others believe that digital civilization will continue to evolve and that we will eventually enter a post-human age in which humans and machines will live together in harmony. Only time will tell what the future holds for digital civilization. However, one thing is for sure: the rise of digital technologies has fundamentally changed the world, and there is no going back. We are living through a unique moment in history, and the decisions we make today will shape the world for generations to come. So it is up to us to ensure that we use these technologies wisely and that we create a future that we can all be proud of. This has been a video about the birth of digital civilization.